Hey guys, Creator Mom. Good morning. Happy Friday. I want to take a poll. Okay, so say you're in the store, right? I want to know what you all think is proper etiquette, and no judgment either way, right? No judgment. So say you're in the store, like I was in the store yesterday, and my dog, she can only really eat like ground turkey. And, ground turkey is pretty pricey, right? So, sometimes I get lucky and I hit the clearance though on the meat, and it's like, yay. So so I'm in the store yesterday and it's not crowded. There's not a lot of people there. So I'm walking up on the 3-pound rolls, like how they have it like in a tube. Excuse me, I should call it like a tube, a 3-pound tube of like honeysuckle turkey. And I see it's got a clearance tag, right? It's like half price. I'm like, yeah, it's half price. Woohoo. I'm going to stack up. I'm going to rack up for the dog. So I walk over there, and then there's two right in front of me. And then I could tell, I didn't look under, but I was thinking that there's one also tucked back. So I'm like, all right. So I grabbed the two, put it in my cart. Then this other lady, like she's strolling like towards me, like in the meat section. And then she's like kind of like comes like to the side of me or behind me. And it felt really uncomfortable because it felt like I felt like her energy was like she couldn't wait for me to move so she could see and grab what was on clearance or grab that roll of turkey meat. It sounds so like poverty mindset, yo. So anyways, I'm like, I could sense her, and of course, see, I feel like sometimes this is my issue. Why am I more in her body? Like, why am I more in her than I'm in me? Or is that empathy? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that empathy to leave the last roll that was under there, like, for her? Like, I didn't even bother to really check. Although I knew something was there, I didn't check because I felt bad. I was like, oh, I grabbed two. I better not. I guess the logic behind it is I better not be greedy. I better not take it all. I could leave one for her. Like, that's okay. There's probably more where that came from. Like, I don't have to be greedy, I can share. But I'm like, I struggle because I'm like, was that the right thing to do or the wrong thing? I mean, maybe it wasn't right or wrong. Maybe it is just what aligned with who I am. And then it's like, well, is who I am fucked up? Is like, am I off here? Like, should I just have taken the last roll because my dog needs it and I need it? You know what I'm saying? Like, my dog needs that food because it's like the only thing she can eat. Like that and chicken without like getting like diarrhea and stuff, So, and that I think that humanity deals with that mentality as a whole because, I mean, look at Black Friday and shit like that, which I don't participate in any of those things, because or when people say, oh, like if they post on Facebook Marketplace, oh, all this is left out, come and get it, like we're some like paupers or some shit, like we gotta be desperately running to go get things. It's like, I don't like that energy, I like the energy of when I catch the wind to go to the store, when I get inspired, like boom, like it just happens and I happen to get quote unquote lucky when I know, like, okay, yeah, like I hit right, I don't like I don't like when something on the outside says, hey guys, we're having a big sale. Come and get it, you beggars. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, eek. Because it draws a lot of like negative energy. It draws a lot of desperation energy. And people will hurt other people for, people will run other people over. They won't give a fuck. There's actually a funny horror comedy movie that starts this way. This electronic store on Black Friday. I think it's called like Thanksgiving or something like that. And it's a horror comedy, so it's like really gruesome, but it's supposed to be like funny too. Like people just like run each other over and basically they're killing each other like to get fucking half price electronics and shit. I'm like, yeah, that basically is us. So I think that like in order to steer clear of that desperation energy, which I do not value, is part of the reason why I was like, you know what, I'll leave that last piece. Like, it just felt wrong. It felt wrong. It was like, but now I wouldn't judge somebody who would say, no, I would take that third one too, because I was there first, and I'm going to take all of them that are left on clearance, because it was only 3. Like, maybe, I could understand if it was like 10 and I was like taking all 10 or 20. Like, that would be like a bit, like, damn, you got to leave enough shit to share. But how far do you take it? I mean, especially when somebody's standing right there and they want to turn to look. It's one thing if, like, no one's there. If no one was there, I take all of them, like, no problem. You know what I'm saying? No one else is standing behind me. But this lady was, like, standing behind me, and I could feel her energy, and it was bothering me. So I was just like, I'll just leave. She moved me. She moved me with her energy, So, I don't know. It feels right and it feels wrong at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It feels right and it feels wrong. But all in all, the bottom line for me is just that I'll always have more. Like, I'll always be able to get more turkey for my dog. Like, I'll just find it again on clearance. That's kind of like my bottom line mentality. But a part of me wishes that I would have just took all 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all good. And, oh, well, like, she missed it. Like, she'll catch it another time. Just like me. Like, if I was the person standing behind her and she grabbed all 3, I'd be like, oh, well, I guess I fucking missed it. And I guess I'll find it another time. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a mixture of being like, don't be greedy, give to the needy. No, just kidding. Yeah, like, don't be greedy. More will come. Let that lady have one too, So anyways, what do y'all think? What would you have done? Comment down below.